Hey there guys, and welcome back to my channel for another 1/6 scale figure unboxing and review. On today's video guys, we're going to be doing my first ever statue, which is another Iron Man, my third ever Iron Man, and this one is Mark 7 from the first Avengers movie. This figure was made by the company Kotobukiya. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. This company is based out of Japan. The figure, I was able to purchase it off of Sideshow Collectibles, which is the usual retailer that I use for all of my figures. Want to remind you that the link to that is on the description of my video, and they do offer payment plans along with a reward point system for every figure that you purchase from them. This figure, actually, I was able to get it off of a discount that they provided, so that's another good perk about purchasing from Sideshow, that they offer daily discounts, especially now when I believe Sideshow Con is going on, so they have more discounts than usual. So I would truly recommend purchasing from them if you are looking to purchase Hot Toys or any other type of figure. With that being said guys, let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so as usual, we begin with a quick description of the box before opening the figure. As you guys can see, Kotobukiya did a phenomenal job here with the box detailing. We first begin with the logo of Marvel here at the bottom left, and then we have the figure posing, looking front and then also looking to the back, pretty much giving it away as far as how it looks. We have a deeper look more at the top half here on the right side, and then we also have the Avengers movie poster on the left, pretty much giving it away, as far as where the figure comes from or what movie he comes from. We do also have a look at a closer look at the face sculptures here on the left, and then of course also the base, and then of course the logo of the company who created the figure, which is Kotobukiya once again. We have a darkish background to this figure box, so I like that. It looks very detailed. So off to a good start there. And then on the side, we have the Avengers logo in the middle in a white color, along with the right arm of Iron Man pretty much kind of connecting to the next part of the box. We have a red line here at the very bottom, along with the description of the figure at the very bottom. And then we have Iron Man with the top half view pretty much all over the left side of the cover. And then on the right side, we have the Avengers movie logo along with the description of the figure. On this other side, we have the full figure, but this time with the closed helmet. As you guys can see, it has the base there, and then again the darkish background and the red line at the bottom, again with the description of the figure. So overall, off to a good start with the box. Very detailing. Love the background color. Love how it looks. Pretty much giving it away how it looks. Since the box is really big as other boxes are, I'm just gonna quickly do this. And now we have the figure unboxed. So I do quickly want to mention guys, the cover did have a lot of tape on it, so it took me a while to get it opened. Obviously I didn't want to put this on the video and have you guys wait 30 minutes while I untape this thing, so I went ahead and already untaped it. We're gonna go ahead and just remove the cover quickly, and as you guys can see, the figure has a lot of wrapping. And obviously, since this is a statue, not only are we gonna go over the accessories, but we're also gonna go ahead and put this thing together, so very excited about that. So far, first thoughts on the figure, it looks really good. It feels heavy. The material doesn't feel Hot Toys like, but it does feel pretty good and heavy, so I'm really glad about that. Really quick, I'm gonna show you the face sculptures and we'll go over them a little bit more in detail later on. So you guys can see the helmet looks really good, although the coloring, the red and the yellow look a little different, but they don't look bad. I do want to quickly mention that it doesn't look bad, just different. And then we have the helmet with the front view of Tony Stark's face. So even though this is my third Iron Man figure, this is the first time that I ever get an actual Tony Stark face sculpture, even though it's just the front view. It's not really the full face. And obviously, honestly, Kotobukiya did a phenomenal job with this. It looks exactly like Tony Stark. So after a good start so far, we're gonna go over every little thing that this thing has, and then we'll go ahead and put this thing together. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and put this thing together. So we first begin by reviewing really quick the base. The base looks really good. It's supposed to represent concrete, although the texture does kind of feel a little bit too soft for concrete, so that's kind of my only complaint there, but I'm not disappointed with it. I think it looks good, and I think it's a pretty ideal base for Iron Man. Obviously, the feet of him will go connected, and as we quickly review the body before connecting it to the base, as mentioned before, love the color texture on the suit. The red, silver, gold looks very good on him, and it looks exactly as Mark 7 from the movie. Obviously, the as you guys can see, the legs and the body look more connected than my Iron Man Mark 3 figure that I have from my previous video, which is kind of obvious. Obviously, Mark 7 and Mark 3, well, there's going to be a difference, right? So that's kind of obvious. With the figure, guys, to connect it, it is going to be pressure. So as you guys can see there, I was able to connect the feet to the base, and then with the arms, it's going to be the same thing. So this is not magnet base, this is a pressure base, so you guys are gonna have to put just a little bit of strength to have it connected, and just make sure that you guys can feel it going in, so that way it won't fall off. So let's go ahead and begin with the arms. So as you guys can see with the arms, it has that little gray box that will go connected to the body of Iron Man. We first begin with the left box, which again, just apply a little bit of pressure so that way it goes in perfectly. There we go. And there we have the left arm connected. And now with the right arm, let me go ahead and do the same thing as well. Although this one seems a little harder than the other one. Let's see. There we go. Okay. I think it should be there. So as you guys can see, we have the arms connected to the body. Although that right arm does seem to be a little off, so I might have to press it a little bit more. But so far so good. Obviously we haven't put the mask yet, but the way it looks really, really good. Very impressed by how the statue looks. Just a little bit of a closer look for you guys. Again, might have to connect that right arm a little bit more. I can still see the gray part, unlike the left arm, so might just require more of a push with it. But so far, off to a good start with the pieces. That's the good thing, that this figure does not have a lot of pieces, so it's not one of those things where we have to connect too many things. With the face sculpture, well, at this point, you guys, this is the only one that you guys can switch off, and pretty much depending on your preference, it all depends on what you want to do. So either you guys can have it with the helmet closed or with the helmet open. As mentioned before, both pieces look really good, so I don't think you can go wrong with either of them. We're first going to go ahead and try it with the helmet closed, and as you guys can see, I do apologize about the lighting. The lighting isn't the greatest, so it might not look as good as it does in person, so I promise you it's better. But as you guys can see with the helmet closed, it looks pretty good. And then with the helmet open, honestly, guys, even better. I love how it looks with the helmet opened. And I'm not sure about you guys, but for me, since my other two Iron Man figures don't have the Tony Stark face sculpture, I think this one might be best if I include it with the face sculpture. So again, very impressed with the figure itself, very impressed with the texture and everything else. So cannot say I'm disappointed at all. Okay guys, so now with the posing, obviously we only have two options, which is either with the helmet closed or the helmet open. So not a lot of options obviously with a statue, but I did kind of want to pose it so that you guys can see it all around and see every detail from the figure. Honestly, my final thoughts is that I'm very impressed with it. I'm really glad I picked this guy up. It looks really, really good. The texture, the posing, the presence, the face sculpture, especially Tony Stark's, looks really good to me, and I'm glad I picked it up. Obviously for me, the way I'm going to pose it on my display case, which will be with the helmet open, because number one, he looks better that way, and number two, as you guys know, with my other two Iron Man figures, I only received the helmet closed. I don't actually have a Tony Stark face sculpture, so since this is my first one, well, might as well take advantage, right? I want to make sure I display it that way. Obviously in the future, I do plan to purchase more Iron Man figures, which will have a full Tony Stark face sculpture. So depending on what I receive, we'll be making comparisons to other figures, and hopefully we can have a big Iron Man collection here on this channel and this account. But again, for this one right here, I'm very pleased. Again, I picked this guy up from Sideshow Collectibles. The link to that is on the description of my video. They have a reward point system along with daily discounts and payment plans. Also want to remind you guys that I am on TikTok and Instagram. The links to that are on the description of my video. If you have any recommendations, any comments, or any questions about this figure or any other figure that I've posted, feel free to leave a comment here or send me a direct message through Instagram, and I'll be more than happy to respond to any of your questions or inquiries. For those of you guys who have been subscribing and liking my videos and watching them, want to thank you guys once again for the support. It truly means a lot. Hopefully we can have more upcoming videos and we can keep growing this channel. But for now, this is it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the notifications bell so that way you guys can stay updated for my upcoming videos, and I will see you next time.